Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. A little Discord fuck up there for a second, so Will, I apologize for that. That's why there's a little delay in getting into the start of the show. But this is episode 163 for the week of January 24th, 2021. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire, and this week I'm joined by the man in the always dashing Hippocampus sweatshirt. But not only that, because we also have a little bit of a matchup happening today in the CDL space. He's also wearing the Minnesota Rocker hat. Will, aka I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you doing on this Sunday afternoon?
Oh, I'm doing fine, man. Doing fine. We got football today, some championship games.
Woo! Championship Sunday!
Yes, the CDL has kicked off. There was games played yesterday that were exciting to watch,
yes.
Even though personally I'm not a big fan of the new game. But, you know, top competition's always going to be fun to watch no matter what.
I'm just happy because I've never watched, I didn't watch a lot of multiplayer of Cold War. So okay. I'm happy to see it being played in the competitive space now with the rules that they have set in place. So I'm liking it so far.
Yeah. And yeah, we got some Halo stuff to talk about today. So doing good. How are you, sir, in the always stunning HCS Pro Talk champion hoodie, or not hoodie, but the long sleeve,
which you have 1 week remaining to purchase over at hcsprotalk.com. You can hit the merch button or you can type !merch in chat. Check it out. It's all there. 1 week remaining. For everybody who has already purchased it, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoy it all. I'm loving it. I can't wait for more drops in the future. Wink, wink. I can't wink, but you know, you get it. Let's talk to chat for a second. Jordan, woot woot. He says, I love Cold War. I am happy for you. I know Josh, what's up? Josh also loves Cold War. And that guy, Bobski, welcome back as well. The homies are back. Let's go. Let's fucking do it. Will, do you want to know what's coming up on this week's episode of the show?
What if I said no 1 week? No.
That does it for episode 163 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for listening. I want to thank you very much for watching. I'm going to dip the fuck out and watch some football because Will fucked this up. Thanks, Will.
Tell the people what we got today, Josh.
This week we have the Pro Series events return. We're going to talk about that very early on in the show. Tournament announcements and recaps. We have a few to go through, including the Manzaru Halo 4 2v2. I'm excited. A couple big names won that one, but we'll talk about it later. We have CDL 2021 rosters and season information. That's right, the Call of Duty League 2021 season, while has not officially kicked off, there is exhibition matches that are happening today, and 3 of which happened yesterday. So we're going to talk about some rosters, a couple shakeups in there. Can't wait. We have Xbox fucked up and then didn't. So can't wait to talk about that kerfuffle that happened. And then, of course, video games are played, and we'll talk about that towards the tail end of the show. Before we get into any of that, let's get into some competitive news. First up, Halo Australia MCC Series Halo 3 Draft Tournament number 2 has been announced. This is by Halo Australia over at haloaustralia.com. Again, links provided in the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in chat, if you'd like to check out further information. But here we go. Due to the popularity of the last Halo 3 Draft Tournament, we're back with another tournament in partnership with Tournamatch and Divine Minds as part of our ongoing MCC series. Roster reveals will take place on Sunday, January 31st, and tournament day will be Sunday, February 7th. So what exactly is a draft tournament? A draft tournament is like any other 4v4 hardcore tournament. However, everyone registers individually, and the teams are selected by team captains. We'll be using a modified snake format to draft the teams. Team captains will be assigned by Halo Australia admins based on tournament placings throughout the MCC series and recent results. Players may decline to be captains if chosen. Once 10 team captains are selected, each captain will be seeded. The 10th seeded captain will have the first choice and will continue until all teams are full. Player cap. One of the biggest challenges we faced last draft tournament was how many players and captains pulled out last minute. This format relies heavily on team captains to be organized. We are capping the tournament at 10 teams, or 40 players. to keep everything easy to manage and allow substitutes to fill in the remaining spots. Only register if you intend on playing. I hate how that has to be fucking said. Like, why the fuck would you register if you don't intend on playing? Come on. Registration, speaking of which, is now open. All signups are done individually on Halo Australia. All you need is an account and to link your gamer tag on your profile. Click the button below to sign up for the draft tournament. Again, the link in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Players from regions outside of Australia and New Zealand will not be eligible to participate. The first 40 players will be guaranteed a spot. Any registrations after that will be placed in a substitute pool. Prizes. First place takes home $200. Please consider donating to the prize pool. All of our events are community funded and are only possible if the community supports them. You can donate again at the link provided in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. All participants will this is the big one. All participants will receive the exclusive Legendary 2 nameplate. So there you go. That's pretty fucking cool. In MCC, by the way. That's where the nameplate is. Next up, 3 Betrayals tournament announcement. This is by 3 Betrayals. You asked, we're back. 3 Betrayals Valentine's Cup. February 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A $500 prize pool with free entry. It's a 1v1 with double elimination bracket with a 3-map rotation including Guardian, Heretic, and Amplified. 3 pretty damn good maps, if I do say so myself. The next piece of competitive news. Europa Halo. They're back. They announced a legendary clip contest. Of course, this is by Europa Halo on Twitter, and I quote, "In order to be fair and people don't reuse clips from ages ago, we are only accepting clips that occurred from the 21st to the 29th of January 2021. Also need to be using the account you plan to win the nameplate to stop clip stealing." So how will this work? Send in your best multi-kill clips, open to both Halo 5 and MCC. You must, and again, we already talked about the other stuff. You can submit your clip in the form of a DVR link to haloeuropa@gmail.com. Submissions close on the 30th of January. Clips will be judged by Shurzy, and the top 5 clips will win a super rare MCC nameplate. So you got a little fun competition there. And let me just say, I've seen some fucking crazy clips that are happening. Like, I was watching Trunk's stream the other day, and one of his viewers challenged him to get an overkill in a game he was playing. And he was playing on Construct. I think it was just some Team Slayer, but he was playing some Construct. He throws, like, they have the enemies spawn trapped, like they're just destroying. He watches how on radar there's a couple people that are going to be going towards Gold Lift, right? So he throws a couple stickies in Gold Lift. He calculates this perfectly to the point where he not only gets the over, but he turns it into a kill tack, if I'm not mistaken, in that same clip. Like, it was just perfection. Mwah. Just perfection. Shout out to Jeff, by the way. The final news story that we have, and it's a big one, ladies and gentlemen, because the Pro Series events continue. This is by HCS over at HaloWaypoint.com. Late last year, we added the Halo 5 to the Pro Series tournament programming, and the global support for online events, both in terms of participation and viewership, has been great to see. Thank you so much. With Halo Infinite now set to release this fall, we wanted to provide some more Halo 5 and Halo 3 tournament action in the first half of the year. As a reminder, here are our goals. Provide regular competitions for players around the world to compete in. Continue to experiment with new formats and broadcast experiences where it makes sense. And provide support for players of both MCC, Halo 3, as well as Halo 5. So for the MCC competition, for the most part, the format and structure here hasn't changed from what we had set in place last fall. These are still weekly tournaments in Halo 3 with a $1,000 prize pool, but there are a few key differences. Double elimination format. Thanks to the Faceit team for upgrading their platform, these MCC tournaments will now move to a double elimination format. And then Sunday competitions. In hopes of increasing participation in these tournaments, they will now be taking place on Sundays rather than previously on Fridays. We'll continue to monitor player feedback, number of teams participating, and the overall tournament experience to evaluate the need for any adjustments. Remember, there are no roster transaction restrictions, so you can feel free to compete with whomever you'd like to on a weekly basis. And as a reminder, with MCC now featuring cross-platform play, Players on both Xbox and PC are able to participate. See below for all the dates. They are Sunday, February 14th, Sunday, February 21st, Sunday, February 28th, Sunday, March 7th, Sunday, March 14th, Sunday, March 21st, Sunday, March 28th, and Sunday, April 11th. What's up, Justin? Welcome back. Halo 5 Pro Series on Xbox. With the main competition moving to Halo 5 last fall and the reintroduction of the 4 major regions, it's been amazing to see the energy week in and week out from the community. Just like with MCC, the format and structure here remains the same, but there are some notable changes. Double elimination format. For the open tournaments, the format will move away from single elimination and into double elimination. The formats for the Pro and Championship tournaments, group play into single elimination, will remain the same. And then Australia-New Zealand schedule. For the upcoming seasons of the Halo 5 Pro Series, we have reduced the number of tournaments featured in Australia and New Zealand and have spread out the dates a bit further as well. Overall, their participation numbers in Australia and New Zealand at the moment aren't to the level we had anticipated. Our hope is that with more time between tournaments, we will allow for individuals and teams of 2 or 3 more time to complete their rosters and sign up for each tournament. We will, of course, continue to monitor participation in the region and feedback. Here is the full list of dates for both the Halo 5 Pro Series seasons. In North America, these are all Saturday. February 6th is an open tournament. February 13th is a pro tournament. February 20th is an open tournament, with February 27th being a pro. And then on March 6th is the season championship, or the season 1 championship, we'll call it, which will be broadcasted on Twitch and YouTube. On March 13th, open. March 20th, pro. The 27th, open. April 3rd, pro. With April 10th being what we'll call the season 2 championship, broadcasted on Twitch and YouTube. Pricing is, open is $1,000 per tournament. Pro is $5,000 per tournament. And then the championship is $10,000. For the rest of the world, again, these are all Saturdays. February 6th is open. This includes Australia and New Zealand. February 13th is open. It does not. February 20th is open and includes Australia and New Zealand, with February 27th being the season 1 we'll call championship. March 13th is open, which includes Australia and New Zealand. March 20th is an open tournament, does not include them. March 27th is an open tournament, includes Australia and New Zealand. And April 3rd, again, we'll call the season 2 championship, and includes, of course, Australia and New Zealand. Championship will be casted. It sounds like it, yes. Both the season 1 and season 2, we'll call it. But this is just for North America, right? So the question then becomes, is there an outlet? Would it be a Europa Halo or another region that is willing to stream and cast the championships that are happening for the rest of the world? The pricing for the rest of the world tournaments are, for open is $1,000 and championship is $5,000. So the same as last time. Finally, in North America, the top 8 teams from the prior season will automatically advance to the first pro tournament on February 13th. Teams must submit their rosters to haloevents@faceit.com, and the roster must maintain 3 of the 4 players from the previous season championship. Rosters for the first North American Pro Tournament must be submitted by Tuesday, February 9th. Registration for the tournaments is now live, and you can head over to the following links to sign up for free. They included in the Google Doc of the show. Well, they included in the article, which is in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. I agree, Justin. I agree. He says, I miss some casted Halo. Just adds to the viewing experience. And again, that's where we give credit where credit is due. So previously, during the Halo 5 Pro Series, the On My X guys and the Watch Party, which is the LVT production side, they both did casting for the Pro Series. And then Europa Halo as well did casting for the EU side of things as well. So that was really fucking cool to see. For those competing, please continue to monitor emails and official communication channels for limited time opportunities to offer feedback and input throughout the program. Best of luck to all players competing. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the competitive news. Will, before we get into the competitive tournaments of the week presented by none other than noobcombo.com, is there anything you want to talk about with the Pro Series coming back or anything like that?
Like Justin said in the chat, just, yeah, casted Halo. It'll be nice. Nice to have that back. Unfortunate that Australia and New Zealand isn't getting the players and the teams that they wanted, but at least they're still including them and getting them in there. Looks like every other tournament. So.
Fuck yeah. And hopefully, like they say in the post, hopefully this means that more people will sign up to compete within that region. A lot of underutilized regions in the Halo space that have some awesome talent that they deserve to be shown off. So people need to sign up, get competing. It'll be a fun time. But yeah, like I mentioned, it's time for your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. First up on Sunday, January 24th, which is today, we have the SWAT Nation SWAT Back to the Future #2. That's taking place today. We have the GM Halo Tournaments Halo 5 FFA, which is happening today. And then the Halo 2 Real Ones Halo 2 Project Cartographer FFA, which is happening today. Go check those out. On Friday, January 29th, we have the GM Halo Tournaments Halo 5 2v2. On Saturday, January 30th, we have the Planet Reach Halo Reach, funny enough, Hardcore 2v2 tournament, Sleepy Letty's Pillow Fight 2.0 tournament, and the GT Halo Paint Roll Raid V2. Good shit. On Sunday, January 31st, we have the GM Halo Tournament's Halo 5 Sniper 2v2 tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, links to everything will be included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in the chat. Or you can always head over to noobcombo.com. Go over to the events page. And all the links will be included there too. But you should make sure to check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. But if you want merch, like what I'm wearing right here, you can go to hcsprotalk.com and click on the merch button where you have 1 week left.
It's actually 2 days.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have 2.5 days. Well, I kind of fucked up at the beginning of the show there, didn't I?
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have 2.5 days. Don't miss it, or else, I'm afraid to say that if you don't, here's a PSA for everybody out there listening and watching this episode. If you don't buy our merch, what is it? Sarah McLachlan? Is that who sings that song that with the puppies and shit? Is that who that is?
In the Arms of an Angel?
Yeah. Is that who that is? We need that song playing right now. But let me go back to somber Josh here for a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't buy our merch, this wonderful exclusive merch that'll expire in 2.5 days from now. All I gotta say is we're gonna still make this show. We're still gonna fucking do it. Week in, week out. Back to the show. So that's it for your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Justin says, you guys are on the tablet now, grinding for Wampa coins with Tay on CTR. I imagine that's Crash Team Racing. Got to keep unlocking stuff. Also, the rest of my stuff should come in next week, just in time for my birthday. Justin, when's your birthday? So I can shout that shit out on the show. Hey, Will, what do we got next? Roster Mania!
While there's no Halo roster mania this week, if you stay tuned, later in the show during COD and Other Games Watch, we'll go over the CDL 2021 roster mania for you. So
get ready for another soundbite, bitches.
There you go.
Well, thank you.
So, yeah. So we'll roll right into the tournament and league recaps then. Let's see what names I butcher this week. We'll start off with the GM Halo Tournaments Halo 5 SWAT 2v2.
You didn't let me switch over the fucking graphic, Will!
You can press the button while I'm talking and just rolling. You got this.
You're good.
Okay, good. In fourth place, we had Hayes. Is it Chimako?
Sure.
Yeah.
That
and then
sounds good to
Hayes
me.
Respect. In third place, we had Young Guns and Dallas Snipes. Second place, taking home $30, we had Gun Lane and Nap Times. And then first place, $70 to them, Suppressed and Sab. So there you go. And then the only other piece of recap we have is Manzaru's Halo 4 2v2 tournament results. In fourth place, we had Goofy Goobers, which was Inferntality and Lionakis. Okay. In third, we had Jokin, Sargoth and Tragico. And then second, we had Joker's Wild, which was Monza and Mines. And first place went to AGL 5 Duo. And these are the names that Josh probably mentioned before. Boo Boo Doo and Suspector taking first place there. So
they did, and they did it pretty convincingly.
I mean, you have notable pros in this tournament.
I just love how Monza, it's her tournament and she made it to the grand final too.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I love that shit. That's so good. And then the other, I was watching the tournament yesterday, thanks to the watch party, LVT Productions. Shout out to Louis V. Titan and everybody involved with that. Dude, fucking Boo Boo was ripping faces off. You know how, when we play Halo 4 sometimes for the community playdate and you grab Sniper and this is just this honking fucking thing and it's unwieldy, right? Mm-hmm. He's just making that thing look like Halo 5 Sniper. It was insane. It was fucking insane. Holy moly.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That's all we got for the Tournament League recaps.
Will, thank you for running through those. Let's get to the only news story that we have in regular news. MCC development and flighting updates is by Postums. Well, actually, before that, Josh says in chat, I played through RE7, Resident Evil 7, finally, and was left very disappointed. Gameplay was very hit and miss. Story was non-existent and forgettable. I'm excited for RE8 for the gameplay, but I don't have much faith in the story aspect at all. That's funny because I feel like the consensus was the complete opposite of that, Josh. But hey, that's why everybody's entitled to their opinion. And I have not played through RE7, so I don't know. But the news story that we have for this week is MCC development and flighting updates is by Postums. I just dropped shit.
You good over there?
I'm struggle bussing. Over on HaloWaypoint.com. Season 5. On Wednesday, January 27th, Season 5, along with a game update, will roll out to players around the globe for all platforms. With it, players can look forward to all new customization options that you can unlock through timed seasonal challenges, in-game events, and through the free 100-tier Season Pass. 100 fucking tiers are back. As part of the game update, we do have a few bug fixes and as well as an update to the cosmetic toggle for players in Halo 3 who want to hide the new armors coming with Season 5 and keep a more classic visual experience. For an early understanding of what is all coming, players can look forward to these things in the game next week. 80 plus pieces of armor to unlock across Halo 3 and Halo Reach. New weapon skins. New time seasonal challenges with 4 customization rewards, a game update for the Xbox One, Series X and S and PC, and even more. Stay tuned next week for more details and information about Season 5. 117 Day. Every year we celebrate something for January 17th, known also as 117 Day. This year is no different. Players who logged in starting at 4 p.m. on January 16th until this weekend on January 23rd, in other words, shit's past now, will unlock the 117 nameplates to customize your online persona. If you have not logged in yet, get to it. Well, you can't now, so you can still log in. You just won't get that shit. Rocket Race. Rocket Race is coming back to MCC next week, a.k.a. this week. On January 27th, players can look forward to grabbing a friend, some spare rockets, and yeet their way across map to victory. And I'll just give it a little yeet. Halo Reach Team Hardcore. Last week, we mentioned an update we made this week to Halo Reach Team Hardcore. It's actually the update directly above this one. Unfortunately, soon after it went live, players began letting us know that the spawns on the map were not working appropriately for the Team Slayer and Capture the Flag variants played on the map. Due to these issues, we rolled back that map swap on Thursday of this week. Thank you for all the feedback that this was happening. We'll work on getting these fixed up before bringing it back again at some point in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the regular news. which means it's time for God another games watch. Or, if we want to add more enthusiasm to it because the CDL 21 season is about to begin. God, another games watch! And without further ado, Will, here comes the coveted soundbite. Roster recap. We haven't used it in a while,
You went with recap, okay?
Because technically these were announced a long time ago.
Sure. There's been some changes, but
sure. Oh, okay.
Minor
Excuse
changes.
me. I'm sorry.
No. Mania.
Was that better? I control the soundboard now.
Great. All right, let's roll through it. CDL 2021. It even says Roster Mania on your sheet here. 2.0. With Atlanta FaZe, we have Abizi, Arsity, Celium, and Simp, which is a banned word on Twitch now, so don't ban us. Dallas Empire, Crimsix, Hook, Illy, and Shotzi. Florida Mutineers. Neptune, Awakening Skies, and Slacked. London Royal Ravens is Alex, Dylan, Shawnee, and Zero. The LA Gorillas, Apathy, Assault, Silly, and Vivid. LA Thieves, Kenny, Slasher, Temp, and TJ Hawley. The Minnesota Rocker, Accuracy Attach, Major Maniac, and Priesta. New York Subliners, Asim, Clayster, Diamond Khan, and Matt. And we have some a note on Zuma. He wrote this on Twitter.
You don't have to read the whole thing. You can just give the cliff notes if you want to.
Yeah. Let's just do the cliff notes quick. Basically, he had a hand injury that he had fixed at one point. He kept playing through, but it has reoccurred. And it's bothering him to the point where he feels like he can't compete at a high level. So he's stepping down. He doesn't want to cause further damage to his hand, which is completely understandable. He gives thanks to everyone, his friends and families who have been through him, to the New York Subliners organization. But yeah, it's kind of sad to see someone who was you felt like he was getting to the top of his game last season and possibly could have broken out a little bit more, and sad to see he's stepping down.
Agreed. He was easily one of their best players. You hate to see it. And a lot of people wrote, probably including us, a lot of people wrote the New York Subliners off like midway through the season.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah,
definitely.
them, Optic Gaming LA, which is, Hex Spot Optic back. So now the Chicago Huntsman roster is now Optic Chicago, but that's besides the point. But yeah, that Optic Gaming LA roster, they just, what am I talking about? The New York Subliners roster just weren't able to hit their stride until after the midway point in the season when they really started to turn shit up. And one of those players who was able to do that was Zuma. So like you said, Will, it sucks to see, especially with such a young talent and him doing so well towards the end of the first season. So hopefully he's able to come back soon. I know his teammates are going to miss him as well. And best of luck to them. And best of luck to him. Hopefully he comes back.
Yeah. All right, moving on with the final four rosters here. We have Optic Chicago, which is going to include Dashy, Envoy, Formal, and Scump. Still a beast roster there.
Yep.
Paris Legion has Aqua, Classic, Fire, Scraps. Seattle Surge, Gunless, Looney, Octane, and Pristini, which they were working very well together yesterday, if anyone watched that match.
Yes, and I believe it was still the Florida Mutineers won that 3-2.
They did, but
you're right. They were gelling.
Yeah, and it's the first match, the first time these teams might be seeing each other.
Right, and so, the thing we need to preface here is that these are just show matches. Like this isn't anything indicative of how the season is going to go. The reason why I say that is because, Will, you and I talk about this all the time where they might not want to show everything that they have. And you're right. They haven't had a lot of time to practice. Some of these teams had a week, maybe 2 weeks to practice due to the changes that had happened to their roster. So don't take this as, oh, this team's automatically better than that team. That's not how this is going to be taking place at all. I think things are going to be a lot more neck and neck as the season progresses.
Agree. All right, and then last roster, the Toronto Ultra, which the Rocker play today.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the whole there was kind of that in that first matchup last year. There was the Ultra and Rocker
battle for the
rivalry.
North.
Yeah, but I feel like Aches was the one who kind of edged that on, and now he's gone from this roster. So for me, there's no more ill will there. But
I thought Aches was on the Gorillas.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That was the big rivalry that came out of that weekend. Was Aches and
because
Minnesota Rocker.
because hashtag fuck Aches, but that's besides the point. No, I bet he's a fine person.
Yes, the Battle of the North, Toronto Ultra.
That's what they're
Cammy, Kleenex, and Methods. So
that's what they're pinning this one as well. Like if you look at their promotional material, they still say that this one is Battle for the North as well.
Yeah, they're probably gonna, Yep. I want someone to come on stream and just be like, for the North.
For the North. Hold the door.
So there you go. That's your CDL roster mania right there wrapped up.
Fuck yeah. Josh says, I saw that LA Thieves has a game against Optic today, so I'm hyped for that. Yeah, that should be a good game to watch, a good series to watch. And you know that's the one that they're planning the most for, because that's at the tail end of the day. That's after the draw. That's the one that they're hyping up the most, because Hex was able to buy Optic back. Chicago Huntsmen are now Chicago Optic. They have their old name back. They have their old org back. It's all in the feels again. And then you have LA Thieves coming in, buying that what was the Optic LA spot, and which means Nate Schott's finally getting back into the CDL space. He used to be a competitive player, for those who don't know. He won many accolades throughout his tenure. Then he founded 100 Thieves and just fucking hit the ground running from there. So it's gonna be good shit.
I'm curious at what made this happen, because when the CDL first formed, the 100 Thieves, Nate Schott made a video about how he would basically have to put every single chip he had into this to make it work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they said how they didn't want org names attached to team names, but then they still let Atlanta FaZe be a thing.
Mm-hmm. And LA Optic.
Yeah. Like it was the communication and wording behind this sounded very weird.
Yeah. So, and maybe that was just it. You know, if they couldn't use the 100 Thieves brand, why even jump in, right?
Right. They are, because for those who also don't know, 100 Thieves is also a lifestyle brand. It's not just an esports brand.
Right.
And especially now with LA Thieves being a thing, that not only does that make their gain massive in the CDL space, but if you think about it, LA Thieves, that sounds even more of a lifestyle brand as a location. So that's, and their logo is fucking amazing. Let's be real here. I'm genuinely stoked. And I looked at the CDL shop this morning, and they are not on there yet. And not only that, but all the old, if you look at shop by team, all of them are the old teams. So the Chicago Huntsmen are still on there, so on and so forth. But yeah, this is going to be fucking exciting, man. We are a Halo show, but we also want to shine a light on the CDL and other things that are happening within the space. We have a Fortnite thing we're going to be talking about after the CDL stuff. We had no idea when the pandemic started, right? We had no idea if sports were going to continue. Traditional sports. We had no idea. This was a thing that actually happened. We had no idea if the NFL season was going to happen. We didn't know if the NBA finals were going to happen. Then the NBA bubble happened, and it worked out really, really well. You had the NFL go on with their traditional season, albeit including 2 more teams into the playoff structure, and games having to be moved, players on the COVID protocol list. There was a lot of things that got in the way, but the fact of the matter is the season still happened. And now, but things that were able to continue nearly without a hitch, esports. And while live events weren't able to happen in most circumstances, right? CDL made that online transition as best that they possibly could given the circumstances that were thrown at them. And now we know that this season's going to be online, so they can work out the kinks there. Like I said, I know we're a Halo show, but man, I'm just fucking excited for everything that's going on. It's so good. It's just good to get, even if there isn't traditional sports that you're interested in watching, there's almost always an esport to watch out there. It's just fucking rad. Will, do you want to know what's the CDL 2021 season structure is going to be like?
Yes, please let us know.
Awesome. So, the group selection show. On Kickoff Classic Sunday, which is today, just before the much-anticipated Los Angeles Thieves versus Opta Chicago match, like we talked about, our brand new group selection show will determine the groups and match schedule for Stage 1 of the regular season. During the group selection show, teams in Group A will select the teams in Group B via a reverse snake draft process. So this is completely different than what happened in the last season. To start off the Stage 1 group selection show, the 2020 season champion Dallas Empire and runner-up Atlanta FaZe will make the first and second picks respectively. The Empire will select first, picking a team to compete in Atlanta's group. Atlanta will then pick a team for Dallas's group. The team that Dallas placed in Atlanta's group will then make the next pick, selecting another team for Dallas's group and so on. The process will continue back and forth until there are 6 teams in each group. The top 2 finishing teams from the Stage 1 major will have the first 2 picks in the Stage 2 group selection show. The 2021 regular season consists of 5 stages, with teams playing group play matches over the course of 3 weeks to determine their seeding for the major tournament that concludes each stage. All 12 teams will compete every week of the season. At each major, teams will compete in a double elimination bracket for high-stakes prizing. CDL points. The 6 teams in each group will play each other across 3 weeks of home series, with teams acquiring CDL points for each victory. CDL points will determine seeding in each major and qualification into the playoffs. For the 2021 season, 10 CDL points will be awarded for each home series match win. The stakes increase for major tournaments. First place will be 75, second with 60, third with 50, fourth with 40, fifth and sixth with 30, seventh and eighth with 20, ninth and 10th with 10, and 11th and 12th with 0 CDL points respectively. 2021 prizing. With all 12 teams qualifying for each major tournament, the prizing structure for 2021 has changed. There's $500,000 at stake for each major, and $2,500,000 for the playoffs, for a total prize pool of $5 million. Here's how it breaks down. First place at a major will take home $200,000. Second will be $120,000. Third with $80,000. Fourth with $40,000. Fifth, sixth, $20,000 per team. Seventh and eighth, $10,000 per team. Ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th with $0 per team. And then the playoffs. The league champion will take home $1.2 million for the team. Second with $650,000. Third with $300,000. Fourth with $150,000. Fifth and sixth with $75,000 per team. And seventh and eighth with $25,000 per team. Ninth through 12th aren't even included because they don't make it to the playoffs. Wowzers. That's a little bit of a jump.
Yeah.
You love to see it. I mean, hey, what was their plan? Their plan was to see growth year over year. So this is awesome, especially considering this year, if not all of it, is going to be online. So we'll see how this goes. And next up, we want to hit on the CDL 2021 Challengers Elite structure. Call of Duty Challengers Elite competitions will take place over the course of the 2021 season. Teams in North America and Europe can earn a place in Challengers Elite via qualifying competition. Top teams determined by Challengers points will compete in qualifier tournaments to secure their spot in each Challengers Elite stage. Elite will feature 8 teams in each region, 8 in North America, 8 in Europe. North American teams will only compete against teams located in North America. Likewise, teams in Europe will only compete in matches against teams in Europe. Teams will compete in round-robin matches. The teams with the best record in their respective region will compete in a playoff bracket to secure their spot for the next stage of Call of Duty Challengers Elite competition. So for the qualifiers. Elite qualifiers represents the path for non-elite players to get a spot in Elite. Anybody can sign up, but only the top teams by Challengers points will make the cutoff to participate. It's a double elimination bracket competition on the first Saturday before every opening match day of an Elite season. Competition for NA and EU only with separate brackets. Qualifiers, Season 1, February 6th. Season 2 is March 13th. Season 3 is April 17th. Season 4 is May 22nd. And Season 5 is June 26th. Competition, before the start of each event on the Friday prior, the bracket will be published with the top team seeded by Challengers points. Qualifier number 1 will be 32 teams, with qualifiers 2 through 5 of 16 teams. The bracket ends when there's 8 teams left in the first qualifier and 4 teams left in qualifiers 2 through 5. Challengers Elite qualifier matches will not be broadcasted. And then Elite seasons. 8 of the top teams in North America and Europe play each other once in separate round-robin competitions. Each team plays a minimum of 7 matches. The top 6 performing teams advance to either the double elimination knockout bracket for 4 teams or the single elimination playoff bracket, the top 2 teams. The 4 teams that make it to the playoff bracket remain in Elite for subsequent seasons. Select Call of Duty Challengers Elite matches will be broadcast on the official Call of Duty League YouTube channel. Every team is guaranteed to be on stream at least one time during Elite. The complete Challenger schedule is included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Here's how the prizing breaks down. First place, 15,000 points, $20,000 payout. Second place with 10,000 points and $10,000. Third with 7,500 points and $6,000. Fourth with 5,000 points and $5,000. Fifth, 4,000, 4,000. Sixth, 3,000, 3,000. Seventh, 2,500 points and $1,000. And eighth with 2,000 points and $1,000. Then they have relegation as well. Information will be included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Eligibility for Elite and Cup players. If an Elite team wants to play in a Cup during the Elite season, the following conditions apply. Elite players can enter Cups, but they can't earn points, but they can earn prizing. Teams with a mix of Elite and non-Elite players are allowed. The Elite players are subject to the above. Non-Elite players can still earn points from their placement if teaming with Elite players, and points will not be redistributed if an Elite team reaches a placement with points. The points for that placement vanish. A lot of information there, I know, but at least it's there. The fact of the matter is we have information. That's great. I'm hoping when Infinite Esports come around, we have a lot of info as well. But Will, the prize money doesn't stop there. No. 2021 Fortnite competitive season info. The reason why we're talking about this is because Will and I are now Fortnite world champions. We'll talk about that in Will's adventures later on in the show. But this is by Slasher over on Twitter. Epic announces Fortnite esports will have $20 million in prize money this year, and all FNCS tournaments will be played with PC and console players together. Epic actually doing some good things for competitive Fortnite. $20 million crossplay. Holy fuck. Speaking of fuck, the last thing we have here in Con Other Games Watch, Xbox fucked up, but then they didn't. So, earlier this week, they put out a statement later on in the day. This wasn't a morning announcement or anything. This is a later in the afternoon announcement. They put out an article. And this article stated the following. Going forward, new pricing for Xbox Live. This is not Game Pass Ultimate. This is strictly Xbox Live Gold. Okay? New pricing will be for 1 month for $10.99. It was $9.99. 3 months for $29.99. It was $24.99. And 6 months for $59.99. It was $29.99. Or your local market equivalent. So that came out. People were not having it at all. they got an amount of backlash I haven't seen in a long time. Like that, holy shit. They got so much backlash, in fact, that they released an update statement. This is what that statement said. We messed up today, and you were right to let us know. Connecting and playing with friends is a vital part of gaming, and we failed to meet the expectations of players who count on it every day. As a result, we have decided not to change Xbox Live Gold pricing. We're turning this moment into an opportunity to bring Xbox Live more in line with how we see the player at the center of their experience. For free-to-play games, you will no longer need an Xbox Live Gold membership to play those games on Xbox. We are working hard to deliver this change as soon as possible in the coming months. If you are an Xbox Live Gold member already, you stay at your current price for renewal. New and existing members can continue to enjoy Xbox Live Gold for the same prices they pay today. In the US, I lied. So apparently 6 months was not previously $24.99. I mean, previously it was not $29.99. Apparently it was $40. But in the US, $9.99 for 1 month, $24.99 for 3 months, $39.99 for 6 months, and $59.99 for 12 months retail. Ooh, boy. So yeah, they got a lot of backlash. They went and reversed their statement immediately. I mean, not immediately, like after this happened for a little bit. It was the same day though. And, or maybe it wasn't the same day. It might've been the next day, but regardless, they reversed what they said. They took it all back. Pricing remains the same as it used to be. And the big thing here now is that one of the biggest contentions of Xbox Live Gold is that you needed a subscription to play free-to-play games on their platform. Whether it be Fortnite, Battle Royale, whether it be, Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I trying to think of? Warframe. Like, there's tons of free-to-play games on there as well. And then Josh asks, Halo Infinite is going to be free-to-play multiplayer, right? Yes, that is correct. Yep. So now, as long as this comes in time, because they said they're working on it, it's not just a switch that's being flipped, which I don't understand why it's not, but it's not a switch that's being flipped. But yes, moving forward, when they roll this out completely, you will not need to have Xbox Live Gold in order to play free-to-play games on Xbox. So that's great. It's about time that they did that, because you didn't need PlayStation Plus to play free-to-play games on PlayStation, so it's good shit. And then obviously PCs, they don't have a subscription service. So for free to play games, I'm talking about, like, yes, you have EA Origin Access, you play whatever, but yeah, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
That's it for Caught in Other Games Watch, which means it's time for Will's Adventures with an A-Lover. And other games too. Will, what'd you play last week?
Well, we did some Halo 5 for the community playdate.
We did.
We got our faces ripped off in Duck Hunt.
We did. Multiple times over.
BTB can be fun or excruciating depending on how the match goes and who we matched against.
We had some fun, though.
We did. We had some good games.
We rolled some teams.
We did. So yeah, Halo 5 on Tuesday. On Wednesday, yes, we are now Fortnite World Champions, because not only did we win once, not twice, but 3 times in a row.
In a fucking row.
Which was crazy. Myself, Josh, Jordan, and Joey running squads in Fortnite. And there was some hectic games.
The B triple J's.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of fun though. Again,
it really
like
was.
it's one of those games where, like, yeah, Fortnite's competitive, but we just kind of go in not caring, and then that makes it more fun than trying to be a sweat.
I couldn't believe it.
I was trying to get Jordan to learn how to build a little bit, so because, like, even one more person building could help out the squad. But
oh yeah,
I get it. It's tough. It's tough to.
We just leave you two to that, and then Jordan and I just pop some shots, hang back, just chill.
Jordan, no build, only shoot.
Yep, that's right, Jordan. And what happens when we do that, Jordan? We get 3 wins in a fucking row.
Yeah. Oh, and then I've been playing Tarkov, a lot of Tarkov. I was up till 3 a.m. last night playing Tarkov. So
Jesus Christ.
I've been saying, I'm the farthest I've ever been in the game with doing tasks, getting gear, leveling up. Yesterday I got we were trying to do a task and I lost 2 really good kits. And the Drew, the guy I was playing with, it's like, dude, we should just do shotguns and buy these rounds. And they're slug rounds, so you can kind of make a shotgun a sniper, where you can just shoot someone down the lane and it just
this sounds like Call of Duty.
Face. Yeah. Well, it's realistic gunplay. Shotguns actually do, if you have the right barrel and the right ammo, you can shoot a slug round, which is basically a giant freaking, it's like a normal bullet. It's going to do some damage.
A lot of power behind it.
Yeah, a lot of power. So, we ran around with those for a few raids. It was fun. Got some things done. So, yeah, I'm still enjoying Tarkov. It's like, that game can give you some of the lowest lows, but on the other end, the highest highs when you kill a chatted out PMC with the great gear and you're just rocking that shotgun. It feels pretty good.
Hell yeah.
So, that's all I've played this week. What about yourself, Josh?
Well, let me tell you, I played games too, and 2 of which are the exact same as what you talked about. I played some Halo 5 with you and the community here. The community played it. It was a fun time. Played some Fortnite where we won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Still can't believe it. Still can't fucking believe it.
When we first started playing, I'm like, this is
gonna end poorly every time.
We might get to the final area just by hiding and not engaging.
Well, that's the thing too, is that we are engaging. There's been maybe one or two circumstances where we decide not to, but unless depending upon how the circle goes, we're almost always trying to get into a fight. If we see people, we're gonna shoot at them.
Right. Which is kind of crazy.
And we've won 3 in a row. We have 4 wins now total?
4 wins total, yep.
Yeah, god damn. Across 2 weeks? We're the best in the world. And also there's still no fucking Master Chief, so that's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, check every day. But I also played some Hitman 3. And so I'm playing on, so you can choose the difficulty you want to play on, Will.
Okay.
And I'm choosing casual because, duh. And let me just tell you, so the first mission in the game, you're on a huge tower in Dubai, like a huge skyscraper in Dubai, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're tasked with killing 2 people. All right, I'm gonna do this the way you're supposed to do it. About a half hour in, I decided not to do it the way I was supposed to do it. So, I decided, because the AI can be stupid sometimes, just depends,
Yeah.
So I went into, okay, so what I had to do was I had to lure this person away. These 2 women are having a conversation in this room with a waiter. Okay. I had to lure one chick away so this dude could go in and talk to her while this waiter was there, making them drinks and shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I go out of that room. I lure the person away. I go out of the room. I go and subdue a person in the kitchen. He's the only one there. And I got his outfit and I stored him in a cabinet. Okay. All right, I know what I'm going to do. So I go back in that room. The guy shows up and they're about to have that conversation. He's like, yeah, let me get a drink first. This dude's a douche. He's like, yeah, let me get a drink first. The waiter's still standing, because I didn't take out that waiter. I took out somebody else. So the waiter's standing right next to me. And I'm right behind the counter. And he's right next to me. And I steal a spot. I'm like, I'm going to make them the drink. Fuck you. So I make him the drink. And I give him the drink. And literally, I fucking decide, I'm just going to take my pistol right now. So I have a silenced pistol. I take it out. And I point fucking blank dome him. And right after that, I ran. I just fucking booked it. There's tons of people outside that room, Will. There are tons. I kill the person point blank. I just run. I run back into where the kitchen is. And I put back on my previous outfit. And I acted like nothing happened. And the AI's like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening right now? And I'm like, I'm going to go upstairs. So that was the first person.
Okay.
So then I go upstairs. This next person is in a penthouse suite. Okay. And it's heavily guarded. Like heavily guarded my ass. So I go up the stairs. I get to the penthouse suite. They don't like my outfit because I don't look like them. I'm not look like one of the high-end security guards. Okay. So I'm like, all right, fuck you. So I found one, subdued him, took his outfit. They liked me. I'm like, all right, sweet. I'm in. I go in through the front door. This dude, I'm not shitting you. This dude's sitting at a computer on a conference call. Okay. All I do, and like, it's in an open area with like just some normal ass, what could be used as cover. Like it's like normal ass actual stuff that you would see in a nice suite, right?
Okay.
Couches, whatever it may be, tables. He's sitting there on a conference call at his computer desk. I just sit right behind a piece of what I would call cover. There's guards on the other side. They're all there. Take out my pistol, point blank shoot them, and I run. And I run, and they're all like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, I don't know. What? I literally walk out the front door, and I go to the mission end, and that's it. I won.
Wow.
Yep. So I've learned that all I need to do is point blank shoot people in the face, and that game's easy. But no, there's so many other things that you can do, and it was fun. It was a fun time. The only other game I played was, and I'm playing every day, I'm playing Ring Fit Adventure on the Switch, Will. I'm getting swole.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah,
Very nice.
I get a workout in every day. It feels good. Feels good. I just unlocked the leg press.
Ooh.
It's where I squeeze the ring con between my thighs.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Feel that tension in my thighs, Will.
Nice.
Deep in
Very
my
nice.
loins.
I've been so I am part of, like, I have a gym membership to our local gym here.
Yeah.
And they reopened. But
Okay.
I'm like, fuck that, I'm not going because COVID.
Yep.
But I get charged every month still because
Are you
they
able to
opened.
cancel it?
You have to go in person to cancel. You
Oh
can't
my
cancel
God,
online, even though they
fucking-
have an online portal. You can't cancel online.
I hate
And
that.
yeah, I don't know, but I do miss, like, it sucks because I got the membership right before the
Quarantine.
pandemic hit,
Yeah.
and I would like to go back because I think I need that, but so yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know if I should cancel it.
Let me tell you about Ring Fit Adventure on the Switch,
Yeah.
where you can put a ring con between your thighs and feel the resistance, Will.
Is it a good resistance?
You know, it burns deep.
You know, I don't see myself
It's fun.
doing that at home.
It's
I don't.
genuinely, the way I look at it is because I don't like necessarily working out. Like I feel, to me, like unless I was with you or somebody like to do it with, you know, I feel working out is more of a chore. But with this, it's a video game. So they gamify it. There's experience. There's moves that you unlock. Like there's different enemy types. And there's different moves that are stronger against different enemy types. And you can drink smoothies that will increase the power of specific attacks and whatnot. And there's literally, I'm not paying attention to it, but there's a story in there too. And like I like how it's gamified. It gives me something. There's always a new level to play, so it's never the same stuff over and over again. Like the gameplay remains the same, but there's always a new like mini game to try out or just something to do there. And yeah, for 10 to 15 minutes a day, it gets you going. You burn deep. So,
All right.
that's what I played. That's what I played over the last week, Will. Without further ado, let's get into the winding down of the show, which means it's time for some shoutouts. Shoutouts to everyone who joined in the community playdate. This included Will, you removed yourself from the fucking list, but Will, thank you for joining the playdate. Goalie Sniper, High Tech Redneck, Heavy Rainfall, Heroic Eric, first time to the Community Plated as well, welcome. It was great having you. And you ripped fucking faces off in Duck Hunt. And then Hero Spartan 707 as well. So thank you guys very much for joining. We do them every Tuesday, 7 or 8 p.m. Central Time, depending upon, kid shit. But that's besides the point. Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. Yep. And then happy early birthday to Goalie Sniper, a.k.a. Justin LaFlèche. And also, happy belated birthday, even though it gave you an early birthday shout out last week, but happy belated birthday to none other than Marlon. Love you. You're fantastic, and I hope your birthday was great. I hope it was great. But Justin asked earlier on in the show, since his birthday is on Tuesday, if we're going to be playing Halo on Tuesday, and I said, of course. So yeah, if you want to get on the Community Plated action every Tuesday, roughly 7 p.m. Central. This Tuesday, it's going to be Justin's birthday. So if you want to wish Justin a happy birthday, you can come on in. Be a fun time. Community creations. We have Halo memes every day. Reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Clips of the week number 90 by High Tech Redneck should go live on Monday. How pros capture the flag. Halo 5 analysis. This is by Paradise Halo. They're out with another fucking top tier video. Check it out. Seriously, some of the best competitive Halo content on YouTube by far. The production, everything, love it, top notch. Great gents over there. And then finally, we have Project Mombasa reveal. This is by Mr. Gibson. And I quote, "This is the project I'd been teasing about. Project Mombasa is the recreation of the Halo 2 E3 demo, but expanded upon it. Project Mombasa is set to be a free release at some point in 2022. It's fucking rad. Will, that's all we got for the show. Therefore, would you mind plugging the show?
You can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and others as well. Leave us a review that others know about the show.
2 things. 1, Pocket Cast. Duh. And 2, I know Will says it every week, but we honest to God mean it. Please, if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the show, you hate the show, whatever it may be, leave a review and let us know. Let us know on iTunes, wherever you can post something, let us know, please. You can leave a comment on YouTube video. It doesn't matter. We look at everything. We want to know your feedback. So yeah, let us know. Like I said, I know Will talks about it every single week, but please, we mean it. Take it to heart.
Yeah. You can join the Discord, join the community discussion. Lots of great things going on over there as always. Just join it. Just do it. Come check it out.
Fucking do it!
We have our Xbox Club and Spartan Company. Search for HCS Pro Talk on HaloWaypoint.com. We are on the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you want to, I don't know. I always feel weird calling Twitch a social media site. It's like it's a platform, but not a, you know what I mean?
But we're talking to people,
we're social.
It's and this is media. Social media. Twitch is a platform. Social media platform. Perfect. There you
go. We have our own esportspedia page, halo.esportspedia.com/HCS_pro_talk. Sorry, there's an underscore in between pro and talk. So if you want to check that out, we have our own website, hcsprotalk.com, where Josh mentioned earlier you can get our merch 2.5 days before the Champion Series stuff is gone.
2.5 days.
So get it. I honestly ordered the hoodie while we were mid-show.
Oh shit.
So there you go. That's on the way for me. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
For that. Go check it out, guys. And who knows what we got coming in the future. But I'm sure there'll be more.
Wink, wink, but I can't wink. So there you go.
Nudge, nudge. There you go.
Awesome. Will, thank you as always.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for episode 163 of HCS Pro Talk. For everybody tuning in live, thank you so much. For everybody listening at home, thank you so much. We'll be back next week to talk about who the fuck knows what. But regardless, it should be a fun time. And I'm excited for the future of everything that's potentially going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching live right now, you can tune into the after show. It'll be brief. where we have some uninspirational quotes, maybe a couple poop jokes. Who the fuck knows? Oh, and we'll, you know what? We'll save this for the after show too. Will, I want your predictions on how the championship games for football are going to go tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 163. We'll catch you next week. Talk about more stuff. We'll hang out. It'll be a fun time, you know? I'll buy drinks. Not for you, but hey, who gives a shit? That's it for us. We'll see you next week, but until then, bye-bye! All right. Josh asks, what if you're a loyal live show fan? You can still leave a review and let others know about the show. Josh says he finished Ballers this week. Will put me onto that show.
Good show.
It's a great show. Great fucking show. Love it. Yeah, it's fucking solid. Absolutely. All right. Will, predictions. NFC, AFC championship games. Who's going to the fucking Super Bowl? Who you got?
Oh, gosh. So in the NFC, we have two Hall of Fame quarterbacks going head-to-head in about an hour here. It's going to be
they're
Brady
the first
versus
game?
Rodgers. Yeah.
Oh, moly.
I believe so. I want the Bucs to win. And their defense showed that they can hold up last week, right? Against the Saints, right?
Yes.
But it's Rodgers, and he just destroyed the Rams, who supposedly had the best defense in the league.
And it is at Green Bay.
But Brady thrived at Foxborough.
Yes, he did.
Cold,
if there's any other quarterback that knows how to play in cold temperatures, it's Tom Brady. But the question is, how is this team going to hold up?
Exactly. You know, they're used to being in sunny Tampa. So yes, this is a hard one for me, but I have to go with the Packers. As much as I hate to say it, I feel like they have the upper hand in this matchup. I'm rooting for the Bucs through and through, but I think I would put money on the Pack to go to the Super Bowl this year.
All right.
AFC.
Chiefs,
Bills. Yes. Mahomes.
Coming off concussion protocol.
Concussion, foot injury. Okay, they said they took him out. Reports have come out that it wasn't an actual concussion. They took him out because of his foot. I don't believe that for a minute. That guy looked like he didn't know where he was.
Oh, yeah.
He thought he was going to Sunday dinner with Mom, Pop, and junior high. Like, he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
That was straight up what it was. It's like he was like he just came out of the womb and was like, what the fuck is going on?
So I'll say this. I'm, again, rooting for the Bills.
Same.
If Mahomes is top-notch,
they have a better
win.
team. They have a better team.
Yeah, they have a better team.
Yep.
But the wide receiver core for Allen and the Bills is so strong.
Their defense is incredibly strong, too.
Defense is good enough where if they picked up what the Chiefs were doing last game, so all the Chiefs did was on their passing plays, right? They did a lot of crossing.
Yep.
And depending on where the defense was sitting, they would either have the crossing route go all the way across or just kind of come to midfield and stop. And Patrick Mahomes would just hit those holes. And you give the option based on how the defense is set up to the wide receiver on where he's going to stop. If the Bills can somehow figure out how to stop those crossing routes, make Mahomes throw to the outside of the field, somehow contain his ass in the pocket, they have a chance. But the power of the Chiefs right now, it looks too good. I have to go Chiefs. I bet again, if Mahomes is 100% healthy, they win. I think hands down almost.
I know it's not. The Browns proved a lot to everybody this year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that the Chiefs were still, and the Browns have a pretty decent defense. Like, they're not bad. I mean, they made it to the fucking playoffs and they won a playoff game for fuck's sake. But the Browns let the Chiefs win with a backup QB who hadn't started in God knows how long. They let them win. Like, that's that, and again, that's to say something for the Chiefs and not to take anything away from the Browns, because the fact of the matter is they made it. And that's something you couldn't say for a decade previously, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So the Chiefs have an all-around better team on paper. The Bills have literally no running game. None. So if you're not able to establish a running game against that defense and you have to pass the ball, that defense can pick your ass apart. Talking about the Chiefs. So I'm scared. I would love for the Bills to win this. I would love for the Bills to win this. You have two cold teams in the Super Bowl thinking the Packers win.
I also have another theory too. If we want to go on tinfoil hats,
I am all for tinfoil hats.
The Super Bowl's in Tampa this year.
Yes, it is.
And they seem to not like the teams playing in their own stadium, so Pack will win due to the Super Bowl.
It would be the first time.
Yeah,
it'd be the first time in NFL history.
Or the NFL loves Brady that much that they want him to be the first one to do it.
So that's the thing too, right? Justin says Bills fans deserve to win. Agreed. And I think they finally have a roster capable enough to do it. If they had a running game, like they literally don't. And that is fucking tough. Now, granted, you could look at Tampa Bay and be like, well, Tom Brady only throws it all the fucking time. But they have a running game too. They don't have to rely on Brady. So, and Rodgers, you already know they have Aaron Jones. Like, they can run the fucking ball. So, I don't doubt that team for a second either, especially at home. But man, if the Bills won and the Packers won, that'd be insane. You have Aaron Rodgers with his arguably best year he's ever had. So he'd more than likely, I think he's the front runner for MVP of the regular season right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if he wins MVP, goes to a Super Bowl, wins Super Bowl MVP, like that would solidify him even further in his legacy. Regardless of what we think about the Packers, Rodgers is incredible. If you have Tampa Bay go, first ever Super Bowl at home, Tom Brady with his potential 7th win, second team, first year on that team, like that would be fucking insane. If the Bills make it and win, this would be what, their 5th Super Bowl appearance. And if they won, it'd be their first win because they went 4 years in a row and lost each one. And then if the Chiefs go and win, it's like, oh, Pat's back. You know what? It's Patrick Mahomes. So I'm so excited for these two games because this is, no matter what, I think we're going to have a fucking awesome Super Bowl. No matter who is in it. I can't fucking wait. I'm so happy for this championship Sunday. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so excited. But I'll just quickly do mine. If I was to put money on it, Chiefs, Packers.
Okay.
If I was to put money on it, that's what I'd say. So then who wins?
Oh, if it's Chiefs, Packers?
If that's, are you thinking the same thing? Like if you're putting money on it, are you thinking Chiefs, Pack?
Yeah. I like I said, if Patrick Mahomes is healthy today, yes.
Okay. So let's say it's Chiefs, Packers. Who wins?
Chiefs. I would say the Chiefs. I can't.
I know, man. I know. Yeah.
It might be a hell of a game. It might be like a 40-35, score line.
So you know what's funny? Remember how it was Rams Patriots in the Super Bowl and everyone thought that game was going to be high scoring?
Yeah.
And it was the battle of the defenses?
Right.
If you could think about it, Aaron Rodgers against a decent pass rush and Patrick Mahomes against potentially good run defense. I don't know. Maybe it could be a repeat. I doubt it, but that'd be cool. Justin says, when are they? I barely watched, but I might poke my head in now.
Let me double check, but I think the first game here. Let me get the actual times for you.
I will gladly be watching the games today. I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited.
So in 40 minutes, you have the Bucks Packers game, and then at 5:40 Central Time tonight, you have the Bills Chiefs.
And for those who also don't know, this is the first time ever in Aaron Rodgers' career, and he's only played for the Packers. This is the first time ever in Aaron Rodgers' Packers career that he has a home NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
First time. And he has been in the top 5 quarterbacks. Like, he's arguably, he's arguably top 10 all time.
They might put him up. I don't know, maybe.
I mean, he's incredible. And this year is arguably his best year he's ever had. And he finally has a home NFC Championship game. All of the stars are aligning for Rodgers right now. It's just, time to see if Tom Brady puts those stars out. But man, if he does, holy shit.
I think Brady's the one that could do it.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Brady and the Bucks are the team.
It is confirmed that Antonio Brown is out, by the way.
Yes.
He's not playing.
That's okay.
They don't
he hasn't
need
been
him
himself this year.
No, and they don't need him.
No.
They just brought, there was the rumors going around that, Tom Brady wanted him. And so it was, hey, I got you on the Patriots. Let me see if I can get you over here, too. Just so we have, it's just another wide receiver threat. And this isn't the story about the Browns who, you have OBJ, you have Jarvis Landry, you have all these wide receiver threats. How are you going to distribute the ball evenly to everybody and everybody gets their touches? You don't have to worry about that with Tom Brady. That wasn't the argument with Tom Brady. It was, he has another person to throw to if he's open.
Tom's always had a if you watch a lot of the video in the tape on Tom, he's always been the one to talk. He leads his team by hey, no individual matter here.
It's a team sport. It's a team sport.
If you get the ball 1 time or 10 times today, it'll all depend on what's going on in the game.
Right.
The ego should be checked at the door. You got to do what you need to do to win.
Exactly.
If you're open, you're getting the ball.
Yep.
If the play's designed for you, you're getting the ball.
Simple as that.
Yep.
Simple as that. And if he doesn't see something open, then he's going to throw it away.
And Josh, we can tie esports into this. We talk about work ethic and the Tox Gaming or Sentinels of the world.
Yes.
Where they put in the work constantly. Tom Brady, what he does in the offseason, people don't know this, but he brings his wide receivers and tight ends to his house during the offseason. And he has a football field there where they literally run routes. He practices throwing, timing, all of that. And that's the work ethic that led the Patriots to be such a great team for so long. And that's what I believe. It might not have a lot of people put it on Bill for coaching. Brady's a good quarterback. It's the preparation and the work ethic of just that the more your teammates, when you know how they run a route, when the timing is to throw the ball, when they're going to be in that spot.
Exactly. And it builds that rapport with them too.
Yes. They know how the ball's coming in. They know how it's going to feel when it hits their hands or their chest, or if the ball need to go to grab it,
Exactly.
It's, that's the work ethic that has led me. That's what leads me to believe why Brady has had so much success over the years.
Exactly.
So,
Justin says, realistically, he's not the most talented quarterback, but damn, is he smart.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes. So there you go. If anyone can dethrone Rodgers this season, I think it's going to be Brady and the Bucks. My big question mark is, it comes down to the way the Packers can beat the Bucks is by mixing the running game and passing game together.
Yep.
Not disguising so the defense is confused and then, Rodgers hits the bomb down deep or Aaron Jones breaks one because the Bucks thought they were going to pass. That's how I think that's going to go. Lapses in defense coverage. So it's going to be interesting. I definitely want to. I'm going to dive into those games.
Yeah, and if there's anything we learned, the Tampa Bay defense can be had as well. They're not bulletproof. So I mean, the same thing can be said for the Packers defense. So it'll be and another huge thing here. I know this is like, can't believe I'm saying this, but this is just the NFC Championship game. See you later, Jordan. Have fun doing the dishes, man. I never said our sword of Sagios. I just did. Okay. So this is one of the very, very rare times where Brady and Rodgers are going up against one another. Because they were in separate divisions before. So the chances of that happening it never really happened. Unless it was one of these types of circumstances. Like you don't see these types of matchups all the time where you have two of the best quarterbacks ever to play the game go up against one another. And I know it's Rodgers against Tampa Bay's defense versus Brady against Green Bay's defense. They're not head to head in a quarterback sense, but like this game's going to be fun, man.
When a lot of people have been saying that, it's not head to head, but it is like it's smarts against smarts, right?
It is.
Who's going to be the QB that leads their team to victory?
Yes.
It's head to head in like a strategy sense,
I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, it's going to be good today. It's going to be good.
And I really hope the Bills, I hope they get
if anything, I hope it's a good, close game and not a blowout.
Yes. Agreed. I was listening to the Rich Eisen show. I listen to it all the time, but they asked a Bills fan, what would you rather have happen? Would you rather have you go into Kansas City, play a really close game, but lose, or go to the Super Bowl and lose again? And I forgot what his answer was, but Rich Eisen was like, no, fuck that. You go in there, you take your shot, you go to the damn Super Bowl and you win it. Like, that's a great mentality to have. Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck the negativity. Go Bills, man. Go Bills Mafia. Oh. Sean McDermott, a wonderful coach. Seems like he really loves it. Loves his players. That defense is great. I'm fucking excited. 2 great football games today. Whew, I'm fucking stoked. Let's do some uninspirational quotes, and then we'll do a joke or two and then get the fuck out of here. So, for Monday, the 18th, life is just a long stretch of anxiety interrupted by naps. For Tuesday, since you already know all the things you know, the only way to learn is to shut your mouth and listen to someone else on occasion. For Wednesday, if you think you can do it, you're delusional.
Oh.
For Thursday, your dog only loves you because you have food. Not necessarily wrong, though. For Friday, it takes 37 muscles to smile. And you shouldn't waste that much energy if you don't have to.
I like that one.
For the weekend, at least pizza can't reject you. I mean, it can if it wants to be expunged from your body.
But you're rejecting the pizza at that point.
Yeah, your body is, I guess. That's true. Pizza, no matter how terrible, always wants to be in you. Oh. Shall we do a couple jokes?
Sure.
Oh, I think I have one saved. It's wonderful. Let me see. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. Ready?
Sir.
Man says, "Doctor, I have a piece of lettuce peeking out of my anus." Doctor says, "I'm afraid this is just the tip of the iceberg."
That's good.
One of my coworkers said, "Well, what if it's shredded lettuce?" Oh my God. Will, what do you call someone who spends a half hour in the bathroom each morning?
Constipated?
Dad.
Nah. Sure.
All right, last one. What happens to Reese's Pieces after you eat them?
I don't like this already. I don't like it. I want to know. Just close the book. Let's move on.
They turn into Reese's Feces. Saving that one for tomorrow.
That works, but doesn't, because technically it's pronounced Reese's.
Yeah.
Because his name is Reese and they're his pieces. But
his name's Reese and they're his pieces.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, so Reese's Feces.
Reese's Feces. No.
Reese's.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Damn it.
Also, paying attention to the actual stream quality right now, it looks like we only had 97 drop frames. I upped the resolution. So I just want, this is a test. I want to see how things were going to go. And I didn't say anything because I didn't want to be paranoid about it the entire show. So
yeah,
we had barely anything happen. So this is good.
If it worked, it works. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to keep
nice.
it like this. Awesome. Football. Fucking stoked. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the after show of episode 163, where we talk about other shit, literally and figuratively. We'll be back next week. I'm guaranteed we're going to talk about the results of the games that happened today.
Yeah.
I'm fucking stoked. Hope everyone else is too. But yeah. Yes, Justin, we'll see you Tuesday. Happy early birthday as well.
Happy birthday!
Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. Be well, stay safe, and watch some fucking football. Until next week. Again,